Clown Cult. Story by escaped cult member. A vehicle struck Jake, leaving him sprawled on the pavement. His mother, Sue, and Charlie rushed to his side. Sue and Charlie clung to each other, tears mixing with raindrops. Jake died. The suburban street was now shrouded in sorrow. One evening, Sue and Charlie found themselves strolling in a public park late at night. The serene atmosphere provided a brief respite from the chaos that had engulfed their lives. However, their moment of tranquility was shattered when peculiar figures emerged from the shadows. Sue and Charlie felt a chill run down their spines. The leader of this eerie group addressed them. "Jake is with us," he said, and he stepped back into the forest. Sue considered following them, but Charlie thought otherwise. They were unsure whether to believe the bizarre tale. A familiar face emerged from the shadows. Jake's dad, Ben, had followed them here. Ben and Sue began arguing. Ben blamed Charlie. Jake had been snatched from the prime of his life because of Charlie. Sue rehashed everything that led to divorce and Ben moving away. Charlie couldn't take the fighting anymore and ran, and became lost. Every sound indicated Ben was nearing. It was that or dying by the elements. Sue called out and they reunited. Ben was still out there," she explained. She told Charlie that Ben has different personalities. Normal one day, Ben would disappear when other personalities would take over. Jake feared that the curse was passed down to him. That was Jake's secret. Sue explained that Ben had fallen in with strange people. Ben had promised them Jake's soul. Sue recounted seeing the ominous figures days before, initially dismissing them. She had run before, but they find her. Their encounter in the park was no coincidence. They needed bodies for entities summoned during rituals. Sue wanted to run with Charlie. Just them, running but more careful this time. Charlie was warned against telling Mom and Dad, for the people from the park would go there too. Charlie agreed with Sue. Sue and Charlie retraced their steps. Charlie noticed that Sue veered from the trail. Sue explained it was because Ben might be up there. Charlie thanked Sue for being a friend. Losing Jake was too much. Sue nodded and followed with a hug. "Almost there, Charlie," Sue said. Ben appeared. This was a setup, part of Sue's game. Sue introduced Charlie to the people, knowing many. They were going to summon Jake. Charlie was held down. There was no exit, and walked to a cave housing Jake's body, dug up from the cemetery. Charlie pleaded, but they wouldn't respond. In the cave, they conducted the ritual. Charlie saw Jake's body move. A malevolent force hungered for souls and made Jake's body rise. It was crossing over. Charlie endured gruesome images and passed out. Waking up at home, the gruesome images continued. Charlie saw people differently. Only the collection of dolls was a constant, passed down generations. Every day was worse. Everyone was suspect. For Sue and Ben, they were members of a cult and had special powers, reaching out in rituals. Charlie assumed to be kidnapped and sacrificed. Sue was right. Running was futile. Even the police could be in the cult. Facing fears, Charlie ventured into the park, this time with one hope, a last-minute gamble. Jake emerged from the cave. Charlie concealed the doll, tricking Jake's monster to fall into the doll. Running with the doll, others saw what Charlie had done. They joined the chase. Jake in the doll had that essence of a true but captive soul. "Charlie, we were meant to be together," said the doll. Charlie saw the escape routes blocked. Charlie, exhausted, nodded. It was over. Charlie and Jake were together forever. The bad guys won, for even Charlie's parents were in the cult. Be sure to like and subscribe.